like to live a few hundred years ago? No indoor toilets. Uh-oh, watch where you walk. No bathing. Did something die in here, or is that just my armpits? No refrigerators. But, Mom, I don't like to eat food that's moving. Imagine wearing powder that poisoned you while it made you paler, or following the medical advice of a doctor who tells you to drink a glass of goat pee every 3 hours. Trust me, the history you find in this book won't be boring. Watch for the words, "the putrid past," for your sickening history lessons. You won't want these in your fridge. I bet you sometimes look down at your dinner plate and think, "Oh no, not lima beans again." Well, just wait until you read about some dinnertime delicacies from around the world. Insects, worms, and monkey brains. They're all on the menu. I'll tell you one thing, though. Someone, somewhere in the world, sitting down to a plate of fried grasshoppers would probably blow chunks if you served him a ballpark frank with all the fixins'. So here's the bottom line. Even some of the most revolting things in the world have an important job to do and serve a worthwhile purpose. In fact, many of the very things that make us gag form an important part of the gentle balance of our planet. Some gross things can actually bring people pleasure. Surely you know someone who has a pet tarantula or boa constrictor, right? And those people eating fried grasshoppers actually like them. So read on to discover all the good things about some of the baddest stuff on Earth. Bacteria. Page 6. You can't see 'em, you can't hear 'em, you can't taste 'em, but oh boy, can they make you smelly or sick. The good, the bad, and the stinky. Bacteria are tiny living things known as microorganisms that cover the entire Earth. They live in the dirt and deep in the sea. They float through the air and thrive in the bodies of every living thing. They are not plants, not animals, not fungi. Instead, they belong to a group of living things called Monera. Most bacteria are so small that if you put 10,000 of them in a row, they would measure only about an inch. And getting your hands on 10,000 bacteria is a snap. One bacterium can divide into 1,000,000 bacteria in half a day. Of course, there always has to be an exception to every rule. A monster bacteria has just been discovered lurking in the reeking, sulfurous muck of the ocean bottom near the coast of Namibia in Africa. These are big guys, big enough that you can see them without using a microscope. Each is about the size of the period at the end of this sentence. That may not seem huge, but in the bacteria world, that's a King Kong of a germ. What do bacteria love to do most of all? Munch. They munch on the oil in our skin and the partially digested dinner in our guts. They'll invade the flesh of a dead cow and the grease in your kitchen drain. They'll even take on a half-mile-wide oil spill. Most bacteria are totally cool little microbes, another name for microorganisms. Some turn raw sewage into chemicals that help plants grow. Then there are the ones that specialize in devouring grease, eating pond scum, or lapping up those huge oil spills. Good bacteria, such as these, are actually sold by laboratories around the world. Other good bacteria help break down animal hides so they can be turned into shoes, handbags, briefcases, and those cool motorcycle jackets. Other ones are used to make vaccines, medicines, yogurt, and even tea. Then there are the